Hi, Virgo. Let's see what the universe is wanting to tell you. My readings are timeless. When you find them is when you're meant to hear the messages. So take what resonates and leave the rest. And if the reading doesn't resonate at all, don't try to make it fit. Spirit, what is coming in for Virgo? What does Virgo need to know? We have courtship. So, courtship can talk about the beginning of a relationship when you're just getting to know someone. It can talk about, love or business. It doesn't have to be just love, it can be business as well, but it is the very beginning or when someone is courting you. So, it can talk about someone coming in to court you, to woo you, to win you over. Spirit, what else? What else for Virgo, Spirit, where they need to know at this time? Mature woman. You could be a mature woman or you could be dealing with a mature woman. Mature woman is a little older, a little bit more mature. She's not in her teens or her 20s. She can be a mother, she can be a grandmother. And if it's your energy, if it's not your energy, it's someone else in your energy, it can just talk about someone who's older than you are, even if it's just by a little bit. It doesn't mean she's old, just that she's older than you, or she could be just a little bit more mature. And she doesn't have to be a mother or grandmother, but she could be. Spirit, what else? What else for Virgo? What does Virgo need to know? False person. Interesting, because when I was before I started the reading and I was shuffling the decks with your energy, false person was on the bottom of the deck. So someone being false here, someone lying, cheating, stealing here. It could be, although typically it's more about just being false, like lying or cheating. It can also talk about someone not showing you who they really are. And it could be you as well, being false in some way, not showing who you really are, or lying about something, withholding some kind of information. We do have the privileged lady on the bottom of the deck. You could be the privileged lady, you could be dealing with a privileged lady, but there is a privileged lady here that is important to this reading in some way. Now, I will say with the privileged lady, if you identify as a lady but not as a privileged lady, the reason this could be important to the reading is because could be going into privileged lady energy. Let's clarify the cards and let's see what's going on. And I always think about the privileged lady, and I don't always say this with the privileged lady, but when I see the privileged lady, it typically does make me think, sometimes at least, about the Nine of Pentacles. That single, stable, secure energy of the Nine of Pentacles where you're good on your own. Let's clarify the cards. Let's see what's going on. Spirit, why is courtship here? Show me courtship. So you could be just in that good on your own, focused on your material world, not worried about love, not thinking about that. Spirit, show me courtship and why is it here? Not focused on the emotional, just being very content with how your life is right now. You could be in that energy. Spirit, show me courtship, or you could be going in that energy. Oh my. Seven of Swords and the Six of Cups. Page of Cups. So I do feel like that this courtship is someone who was a false person. This is someone that lied, cheated, stole. They did something underhanded, something, that I feel like they are now kind of in regret that they did, because now I feel like they're really nostalgic here for you. They're wanting to come in and apologize for whatever it was that they did. Spirit, show me the Seven of Swords. Why is Seven of Swords here? So now they're coming in to woo you over. Okay, this is someone from your past who's very nostalgic for the connection, whether it's love or family or friend. They're coming in to woo you and try to get you back in their life. Apologize for whatever they did. Spirit, show me okay. We have the Six of Cups, and it is in reverse. Yeah, this is someone who is stuck in the past. They cannot let it go. They are just thinking about you all the time here. Queen of Cups, feminine, water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You could have those signs in your chart. It does not matter whether you do or you don't. They see you as that Queen of Cups, someone who's loving and giving, someone who gives the full cup of love. Someone who, gave them emotion, gave them love, cared about them. Seven of Cups. But it's someone who wasn't sure. Someone who may have made you an option instead of the choice. That there was confusion. They were confused. They didn't know what they wanted in some way with you. And you were there giving your emotion to them, giving them what they needed. And they were enjoying it. They loved it. But they weren't really sure about what they wanted. And so they did something underhanded here. They weren't sure. Now they are. Spirit, show me the Six of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who's thinking about you and realizing that you gave them emotion, you gave them unconditional love, and they really messed up. Now they've gotten clarity. Now they're no longer confused. Spirit, show me Six of Cups. Yep. Nine of Wands. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, feminine, earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That's your natural energy. This is someone that puts you in this Nine of Wands energy, though. Someone that you've got your guard up against here. This is someone that caused you a lot of grief. And there was some kind of conflict that you went through with this person. And now you, in your natural Queen of Pentacles, because you are focused on yourself and your world, your material world, your home, your family, your stability, and you've got your guard up against this person. You may feel like you are that wounded warrior where you keep going, you keep persevering despite what happened with this person. Spirit, show me mature woman. Why is it here? Show me the mature woman. The Page of Wands. You've got good news. Whether you're the mature woman or you're dealing with a mature woman, you've got someone coming in to give you something, some kind of good news. But here you are, Queen of Swords now. And you've come up as three different divine feminine energies here, queens. So I feel like you are an empress. You are someone who is abundant, has a lot of growth around them. You could be a parent. Disregard gender. There's no gender in tarot. You can be a man and still be in queen energy. You are focused on your material world. You are manifesting things into your material world. I feel like whoever this is coming in to give you this good news. It's someone that it could definitely be this same person over here, this X energy. Because with the Queen of Swords, I typically think of an X energy, but you are in the Queen of Swords energy. You may listen to what they have to say when they come in. And this could be someone who's younger than you as well. You're coming out as a queen. They're coming out as a page. Immature. They could have been very immature in the past for sure. They could still be immature. They could just be younger than you. But I feel like you may listen to what they have to say, but you may cut them out still. Spirit, show me the Page of Wands. Why is it here? Why is the Page of Wands here, Spirit? Ace of Pentacles. Someone coming in to offer you something in the material world. Now you're coming back out. Look at that. Yeah, they're coming in to offer the Queen of Cups. Something in the material world. This is a seed of great potential, but it's something that you have to put time, energy, and resources into and grow it into the Ten of Pentacles, which is having it all: home, family, stability, security. They definitely see you as a Queen of Cups. That's the energy when they think about you, and they are thinking about you all the time. They see you and remember you as being this Queen of Cups, someone who gave to them, who gave unconditionally to them. And they want to come in and they want to offer you, and they feel like this is good news, that they're coming in with good news. They can now offer you stability, security, commitment. And they feel like you still have emotion for them. You may. Oh, look, still there. Still that Seven of Cups there, because they've gotten the clarity now. They've gotten the clarity about what they need to do, about where they need to be. They're no longer confused. They're no longer making you an option. Spirit, give me the Ace of Pentacles and why is it here? But this was somebody who, was this false person. They could still be in that false person energy. We're going to clarify that false person. Spirit, show me the Ace of Pentacles and why is it here? It's definitely someone who was a false person in the past. Someone that you are now. I don't think they know or realize that you are not going to show up to them. They know you're an Empress. They know you're an Empress. You're coming out now as 3 queens, and they know you're an Empress. But they see you still in their mind's eye as being that, in their memories, as being the Queen of Cups to them. But you are meeting them as a Queen of Swords. And I don't think they're expecting that. Spirit, show me the Ace of Pentacles. And I feel like, you're showing up in this privileged lady energy because you're showing up as that Empress. Someone who has a lot of growth around them. Someone who is doing well on your own, whether you're single or you're not single, it doesn't matter. You're doing well on your own. You're focused on your material world with that Empress energy. Spirit, you could be a mother or father. You don't have to be. Spirit, show me the Ace of Pentacles and why is it here for Virgo? Look at that, the Queen of Swords. They think they're coming towards the Queen of Cups. They're not. They're coming towards the Queen of Swords. And the 3 of Wands, because you turned your back on this situation. You turned your back. You're focused on the future now. You're not you. They are stuck in the past. You are focused on the future. And when they come forward, they're going to meet the Queen of Swords. They're not meeting the Queen of Cups anymore. Spirit, show me the false person. You could have air heavy in your chart. You don't have to. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or they could. But I definitely feel like you're showing up to this person as the Queen of Swords. You're not showing up as the Queen of Cups, but they're coming forward thinking they're going to meet with the Queen of Cups. Spirit, show me false person. Why is it here? Too many showing itself, but I see the world. Yeah, this is a cycle that you closed out, and you closed it out successfully, and you're moving forward and you're looking towards the future. Spirit, show me false person. Why is it here? And we see the King of Pentacles showing itself, but it's coming out with too many. I'm not going to take it. But yeah, this is someone who's coming in now to say that they could be coming in wanting, being like, and it did come out not in the reverse, but sideways. So I don't really feel like this is someone who really is the King of Pentacles, but it is someone trying to be the King of Pentacles now. In the past, they may have pretended they were the King of Pentacles. Someone that was wanting long-term, wanting commitment, wanting to be your divine counterpart with the King of Pentacles. Remember, we saw you coming out as Queen of Pentacles too. That's your natural energy. And that's your natural feminine energy. But this is someone who may have cosplayed that they were your divine counterpart, that they were going to be stable, secure. They wanted stability. They wanted the 10 of Pentacles with you. Now they're coming in wanting to say, here, I have an Ace of Pentacles. Let's work towards having that 10 of Pentacles. Spirit, show me the false person. Why is it here? But they may not be completely stable and secure in their life right now. Spirit, show me false person and why is it here? And we have the the 7. I don't know why I saw it as the 9 of Wands, but that was you over here. Remember having your guard up. I still feel that. You've got your guard up. You feel defensive towards this person. Look at that. There's that 9 of Pentacles, like I said earlier. You're doing good on your own. You could be really prospering in the material world now. Focused on yourself and your material world. And this is someone that you got your guard up against because they were a false person. I don't necessarily feel like they're in that same false person energy. We're going to keep clarifying it. I'm not necessarily feeling like that. I definitely feel like they were false in the past. Now I feel like they're coming in. They are very much in their feels here, though. We see that. So I kind of feel like they, whether or not this person really is going to be ready for long-term stability, they are definitely nostalgic and in their feels for you. They're stuck in the past. Spirit, show me the 7 of Wands. Why is the Seven of Wands here? And maybe because something didn't go well in their life. And they're thinking back to when you were doing everything for them and giving to them unconditionally. Spirit, show me the Seven of Wands. We have death. Scorpio energy with death, and we have judgment. Yeah, this is someone that you had an ending with. Coming back around, you're going to have to make a judgment card. This is someone that doesn't want things to be over, but I feel like you feel, and you may change your mind when this person comes in. You may change your mind and want to be with this person. It's going to play out differently for everyone. But at this time, I feel like this is something that you feel like is over, and you put your boundaries up against, and you are defensive towards this person because of what they did in the past. And now they're coming back around to try to change things, try to keep things from being over. They want to restart. They want to redo. Spirit, show me death. Why is death here for Virgo? The Five of Cups, because this is someone that left you. Look at that. This is someone that left you in Five of Cups. They left you sad over what you no longer have. And now the tables have turned, and they're coming in wanting a reconciliation because now they're in Five of Cups, sad over what they no longer have. But this is someone that left you sad. And the tables have turned with this person now. Let's get you an oracle card for guidance. And I don't feel like you trust this person. You know, I don't feel like you do. Because you know that they were false in some way to you in the past. They did something underhanded or sneaky, or they made you an option. They were not sure. They were confused. Spirit, give me an oracle card. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to not be sure. And it's okay to be like, I'm not ready for long term and I'm not ready for commitment. But I feel like this went further than that. This is someone that may have made you think that they were ready, made you think that they wanted more than just a fling or just whatever, a short romance or whatever. This is someone that was lying about it. They lied about what they wanted. Maybe they thought they couldn't get with you unless they were ready to match your energy. You're coming out as an empress. They are definitely not an emperor energy. We see them as the King of Pentacles sideways, though. They're trying to get upright. I feel like they really want to be the King of Pentacles, be stable, be secure, have that commitment with you now, but in the past they were confused. But the problem is that they weren't honest. They weren't honest about where they were. Spirit, give me an oracle card for Virgo. What guidance do you have for Virgo on this matter? Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. And I feel like Spirit's telling you, if we all have free will, this is definitely someone that you're going to have to, regain trust with. If you want this person, don't let your pride keep you from being with this person. I don't necessarily feel like they're in this false person energy anymore. I just feel like they were. So if you want to be with them, you should be with them. But if you don't, don't. But don't let pride be the reason why you don't get with them. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the reading, Virgo. And if you did, please like the video.